Welcome to Hockey Afternoon in Simsbury, Connecticut. I can't tell you how long I've waited to say that. It's been over a year, and we are back broadcasting Simsbury High School Trojans varsity hockey, and we can't wait. Tonight we got a great matchup for you. We have the Simsbury boys versus the Farmington Valley Co-op, which is a team that is made of Avon, Windsor, Farmington, and Lewis Mills. Both teams come in very strong, and we expect a really good matchup for you tonight. So without further ado, I am flanked by my great partners. I've got the captain here with me, and Jake Ostern, the Jakester. So I'm going to ask each of the guys to give a little bit about the teams. Actually, Jake and I are going to talk a little bit about Simsbury and Farmington Valley and what we expect as our matchup tonight.
All right, Cindy, so we're going to start off with the visiting team today, the Farmington Valley Generals. They're head coached by Mike Barone and Scott Percival, so it's a co-head coaching duo. Mike Barone's in his 28th season with the Generals, and Scott Percival in his 11th season. The Generals are in the CCC North Division. They're 1-3 on the season so far in this abbreviated season. They won their season opener against East Catholic by a score of 2-1. They played East Catholic again twice. They dropped those two games, and they also lost to Northwest Catholic. So 3 of their 4 games have been against East Catholic. So I think it's nice for them to see a new team on their schedule.
Yeah. I'm going to throw something at you, too. And unfortunately, last year, Farmington High School lost one of their longtime athletic directors, Jack Fallon, who made a tremendous impact to a lot of people in our region. So to say that the Generals have a little bit of something to play for this year, I know or I believe each of the players will be wearing a J and a P on their helmets for Athletic Director Fallon, and our hearts go out to that Farmington Valley family, as that was a tragic loss.
Absolutely, he was a huge supporter of the team and a huge person in the community. So Farmington Valley, they're playing for something in our hearts, and thoughts and prayers and our hearts go out to the Generals and their entire community.
Absolutely. Now, tell me a little bit about our Trojans. How are we looking so far? And it's early.
Very early. They played 6 games. They're 3-3. They're coming off a dominant 9-2 win on Saturday in Newington against Glastonbury. Aaron Livingston had a hat trick in that game, so he was the star in that one. He led the offense for the Trojans, and Justin Loveland did a nice job in between the pipes.
Excellent. And I think
Simsbury.
The game prior to that, they were playing at Simsbury Farms, and it was maybe 11 seconds to go in the game, and the Trojans netted the game winner to take that game against Glastonbury 6-5.
Yeah.
So it's very important to bounce back with a dominating win, and that's fantastic.
And sophomore Brendan Lynch got his first career varsity start in that game in goal for the Trojans. So it was a nice win for him.
Excellent.
Get that first win under his belt, and I'm excited for this one today.
And the Trojans this year are head by Coach Keith Balsowitz, assistant coach Dan Lee, as you mentioned, while Farmington has Coach Mike Barone and assistant coach Scott Percival. I actually think they call each other co-head coaches.
Co-head coaches.
But something like that.
Right.
Yeah. So, excellent. All right, I'm going to come back to you in a minute, Jake.
Sounds
I want to bring CC in to talk a little bit about, how excited are you to be back? I mean, this is crazy.
It's been a long time, over a year. I'm always excited when we get back to this building. The team really for this year is pretty exciting. We're halfway through the season. It's kind of strange that we're
6 games that we're halfway. That's incredible.
That we're picking these guys up, but this is a big deal for these guys to be able to kind of get back on track. Typically, this is the time of year where we start to talk a little bit about the playoff run. My understanding for this year is that there's no state playoffs.
Correct.
So right now we're playing for conference championships, which are important because if you're going to play and you're going to keep score, you want to win. Which is important. Trojans have a young team, although as they say, after halfway through the season, you're not a rookie anymore.
Right.
Everybody knows what their responsibilities are. Trojans continue to come to the ice with solid coaching, a good hard work ethic. They're happy to get some senior leadership back.
7 seniors out of 21 rostered players. So I think it's something like 11 juniors and seniors, right? So somewhat of a top, 50% of the rostered players are upperclassmen.
Right, and they were sort of shorthanded somewhat.
Yep.
Losing some of their guys through some protocol issues. So they're back to that now, where they have their first line back.
Yes.
It makes a big difference because obviously it lets everybody kind of settle into probably the lines that they need to be at.
Yeah.
And it makes them that much more effective because obviously from our game that we just had against Glastonbury, 9-2 is a big output.
Big win.
Hopefully we're back to that.
And one of the things we promised each other is we are so sick and tired of the virus. And we know sports allows us to escape for maybe an hour, a couple of hours. Again, we're so excited to be back. So we promise you, our audience, that we will minimize, if not eliminate, any discussion about the COVID-19 virus.
Yes.
Other than to say, where we sit here today on March 1st, the numbers seem to be coming down. We seem to get people vaccinated. And we're hoping here in Connecticut that more of this in the spring, softball, baseball, is able to play. And these kids have earned it.
Sure.
It was tragic last year for all of them, having to cut their season short. Especially Farmington Valley was one of the preeminent teams in Division II that was expected to go to Ingalls Rink and vie for a state championship, and that was all pulled out from underneath them. So we're just happy to have them back on the ice and do what we do.
The kids are excited. I mean, that's the one thing. You don't want to take anything for granted. I mean, there's lots of times where you kind of look at things in the distance and say, oh, I have another season, A lot of these kids in a lot of sports haven't had that opportunity to have that final chance, that final season.
Right.
And I think that the way the kids are playing right now is they recognize they can't take it for granted. Every time they go out on the ice, that game might be the last game that they get to play in.
Absolutely.
Hopefully that's not the case, but
Yep.
It's good. It's good that sports are back, and I'm excited about it. I'm happy to
Good.
be here.
All right, we're going to close this segment because we're really close to puck drop here with keys for the game. I'm going to ask Jake, one key for Farmington Valley to win this afternoon.
Get that first goal. They've only scored 3 goals in their first 4 games, so it's crucial for them to put the puck in the back of the net first.
I love it. CeCe, same question for you, but on the Simsbury side of the house?
I think it's all about the goaltending, as always. Simsbury's got a hot goaltender, and right now they have just one goaltender. So that's an important thing. If they can take care of the defensive zone, they should get themselves lots of opportunities in the offensive zone with the new guys back. But the goaltending, if they can play like they have played in the last few games, they should be rock
good.
solid.
And for me, before we leave, don't take penalties in your offensive zone. That is a killer. All right, we are ready for hockey from the ISSC. Here's the starting lineups. First for Farmington, number 2, Jack Kalkavecchia. Next up is going to be number 5, Tyler Stoneman. So Kalkavecchia and Stoneman. McCallagher Stambaugh is number 6. On defense, we have number 23 and 26, Nathaniel Watson. So I don't have 23 on my lineup, so that's going to be a rough one. Danny Pauling is in net for the Generals. Our starting lineup for Simsbury now. Trojans again come in with a record of 3 wins and 3 losses. And they will be a tough opponent to this Farmington General team. After the first period, we're going to have to try to find out who number 23 is, Jake, on the
there is no 23 listed
the
on their roster.
All right, so for Simsbury, number 7. And Coach Balsowitz was just up here telling me there is no number 7 on the team. So we're batting 1,000 here. So
It looks to be Ryan McCormick.
yes, Ryan McCormick is going to be playing right wing.
McCormick, the assistant captain.
Number 7, Alex Perlman will be center. And number 6, Aaron Livingston. On defense will be number 17, Reed Bolger. And number who else is number 10?
Number 10.
Drew Anastasio. And in net, it looks to be Justin Loveland. All right, so we will stop now for our national anthem. All right, fellas, here we go. The start of our new season here. 6 games in, and we are ready to start our 2021 hockey season.
Cindy, one thing to point out,
Yeah.
this is the first of 3 meetings between the Generals and the Trojans this season. They'll play each other 3 times in the next 10 days.
Oh, boy.
So they're gonna get a lot more familiar with each other over the next week and a half.
That sounds great.
Jake, I'd like to throw out a shout-out to my favorite cameraman, SCTV, Nick Sinacori.
Nick.
Doing a yeoman's job today. He's got a lot of broadcasts under his belt. He's got multiple sports that he's doing, and we appreciate all his efforts here today.
Cameraman extraordinaire Nick Sinacori, who is going from the ice to the hardwood tonight for senior night over at the Gold Gym at Simsbury High School for boys varsity basketball.
Whoa, nobody knows what that is yet.
Not yet. They will. Nick's a busy man.
All right, here we go. Guys, we're getting ready. I'm excited. Our audience will have to bear with me a little bit as I was thrown a bunch of curveballs with these rosters. You get these rosters online, and they're not naturally...
The numbers are off.
The numbers are off. Yeah, so we have Danny Pauling in net for the Generals.
Guys, I think on this for this face-off, you're going to want to watch the captain and assistant captains, Livingston and McCormick here, 6 and 7. So
Yeah, absolutely.
they provided some firepower in the last game.
So it looks like Livingston is center. And he's flanked by Perlman and McCormick, and the puck is dropped, and we are off, fellas. Face-off won by the Generals, but quickly captured by the Trojans. Back into the Trojans' offensive zone, taken right away, right and back out to...
Oh!
Open net right there.
Oh!
Oh, my Lord.
Nice,
Very quick.
right pad save by Pauling.
Great save by Pauling.
Wow. Good start for the Trojans.
So for a moment's notice there, looked like Drew Anastasio had somewhat of an open net, and a great save there by Pauling. Pucks out of the rink, and we'll have a face-off to the right of Danny Pauling. So good action to begin the game, huh? That was crazy.
Well, they're getting some early opportunities. That's the important part.
It looks like Livingston, Perlman, and McCormick. Oh, trying to pinch in was number 12, Connor Wilhelm, and the Generals got right around him. Now they were in their offensive zone down there. Back behind the net, number 21, Griffin Marquis. Griffin's been on the team for some time. And here we go, breaking down the left side.
Oh, look at that
beautiful
pass.
pass.
Oh!
McCormick That's Livingston. Livingston had what appeared to be another good opportunity. And as we talk about, CC and Jake, you miss 100% of the shots you don't get on net.
That's right.
All right? So
No
that's
doubt,
what
but
happened
lots
there.
of opportunities early so far.
Yeah.
Michael Zapp now on. Looks like Luke Melanson, Quinn Hegney, and Michael Zapp on for the Trojans. And as it goes back behind, there's Griffin again, Marquis, trying to get it back behind the net. It's taken away by a general. Thrown out in front.
Uh-oh.
Nice save there by Wilhelm. He got away, I think, with a little trip, but I think he was going for the puck, which is always interesting. There he goes, Connor, trying to get the puck out of the zone. And chased by Quinn Hegney, number 8. Good save by Loveland. The easy ones are the tough ones. The Trojans trying to break out of their zone again, but the Generals are right on them.
Hegney's had a couple goals in the last few games. He's a player to watch now.
Yeah. Drew Abbott went deep, and now he's back out to number 24, Luke Watson. Watson down the left side. Broken up there. Beautiful play by Jonathan Huang. And here comes the Trojans. Again, number 3, great quick wrist shot by Elijah Livingston. So we've got Aaron and Elijah on the team. So the Trojans have come out with some fire.
Yeah.
It looks like they've got, what, Jakester, maybe 3-4 shots on
Yeah,
net compared to
they're
the Generals.
generating a lot of scoring opportunities, and that's something that head coach Keith Falsowitz should be encouraged by.
Here's our top line again. Nice face-off win by McCormick. Back to Elijah Livingston. Into Ryan McCormick. I'm going to get those messed up. That was Aaron Livingston who won that face-off. Back to his brother, Elijah Livingston.
The brother connection.
Yeah, so I'll get that right. There's Jack Calcavecchia right below us here. Face-off's going to be between Tyler Stoneham and Ryan McCormick. Stoneham wins it. Back to Calcavecchia. Caught over in the side. A beautiful centering pass by number 5, Alex Perlman. But the Generals break it out. Back to the red line, center ice. Broken up there again by the Generals. Nice try on a try to catch the puck there, Elijah Livingston, and not able to do so. Puck bouncing around in the back of Loveland. Out breaks the Trojans. Again broken up by beautiful spot there, number 23, the infamous number 23 in the Generals, who I don't have a name for. But, there's and he's going to get called for it.
Wow, that's a tough one to
That's
take
a
right
tough
there.
one on the Generals. Wow. Okay, well, let's hope. I think it was Elijah, right, number 3. Let's hope he's okay. That kind of cut him right at the knees, so to speak. So
Yeah. Tyler Stoneman going to the box for tripping, an early
Stoneman
power
for
play
tripping?
coming
All
up
right.
for Simsbury.
we've got 11:54 left in the first period of a no-score game. This is the Trojans power play, first opportunity here. Face-off, Quinn Hegney, and he loses it to the corner, which is chased after by Drew Marquis. The Generals are not able to get it out of the zone. There goes Quinn. Quinn gets the puck back. Nice shot. Oh, beautiful passing back and forth. Great play by the Trojans. Griffin Marquis had a one-timer there. Puck chased back by Drew Anastasio. He goes back behind Loveland. Comes back out. Leaves it now for, I believe, who is that down there? 21, is that Griffin Marquis? No, 17. It used to be Rocco Sorelli. So I'm
Reed Bolger, number
Reed
17.
Bolger, number 17.
Brother of Jackson Bolger.
Who was on the team last year,
Yep.
correct? Yeah. Simsbury had a great season last year, too. They got cut short. Here's a cut in the pass off from Quinn Hegney. As it looks like Jack Beckinsale takes the puck behind the net. Jack's a freshman on the team. Shot out in front. Oh, man, great play by the Generals to get that puck away from Reed Bolger. And they're able to clear it out. All right, Loveland handles that. A little scary. Then there's Drew Anastasio on the wing. Beautiful pass to Ryan McCormick, who dances down the right side, trying to get the puck out front. Sees Livingston. Livingston now looking around. Puck handling. Back in the corner. to Alex Perlman. Perlman back behind the net to Ryan McCormick. Back around. McCormick dancing in the corner there, keeping his head up, which is always important. Great pass in front. Nice shot again by Aaron Livingston. There's a tough pass out to the D. I think that's Jonathan Wang out there. Pass right out in front. Shot. Nice save once again by Danny Pauling. He's been battered.
Yeah, he's been seeing a lot of rubber.
And the Generals burned a power play. They burned the man disadvantage off, which is great. Here comes our Trojans, lose it to the Generals in the corner, and here come the Generals. Beautiful play, a nice break up there by defenseman Aaron Livingston. I think that was Aaron. Oh, number 3. I'm sorry. Elijah. That was Elijah. Great play by Elijah. All right, here goes the Trojans trying to get it out. It's tipped at center ice by number 5, Tyler Stoneman. And here's 18 and 19, a new duo, Daniel Toothacher and Aiden Dwyer. So Daniel and Aiden seeing some ice time. Down right below us in the corner is Patrick Maher.
It's the third line out.
Patrick is a senior. He's been on the team for a number of years. Great hockey player in town. And then puck back into the corner of the net. Aiden Dwyer over to Jack. These guys have some good size for freshmen.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Actually, Aiden, I think, is a junior. Oh, here's right out, slap shot by Connor Wilhelm, and broken up by infamous number 23. I knew he was going to be in a lot of these plays. And nice save. Oh, follow-up. A great save by Loveland. It got underneath his glove, and the Generals just couldn't put the puck in the net. Back now behind, Griffin Marquis. Over to, it looks like Luke Melanson. Number 2, Luke's taking it up the left-hand side. Luke takes it right around. A nice move there to get behind the Farmington defenseman as Quinn Hegney battles for the puck underneath us. Luke again trying to get. There's Michael Zapp. He's lining up a Generals
good play
player.
right there.
What a nice pass. A backhanded no-look pass. And a beautiful shot by Quinn Hegney, but a better save by Danny Pauling. And here we go. We got 7 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first period, and Trojans have looked great. CeCe, what do you think?
Mighty Quinn with a nice shot right there. It almost puts him on the board.
The mighty Quinn. He was digging for that puck down below us.
We have a mask break right now.
Oh, is that what they do
We
now?
have a mask break.
Mask break. All right, we promised that we wouldn't say too much, but when it interrupts our broadcast, we have to say something.
That's why the players are standing around right now.
All right. So it looks like on the ice now we're going to have the 2 defensemen. So the right D is going to be Reed Bolger. On left D, we've got Drew Anastasio. We've got Michael Zapp. This seems to be the second line, I believe. Michael Zapp, Luke Melanson, and the mighty Quinn Hegney.
Luke Melanson had the game-winning goal against Northwest Catholic a couple weeks ago. The freshman gave the Trojans the win.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
And his brother Connor's on Northwest Catholic.
Oh, yes. Interesting. All right, here comes Quinn. Down the right side, it's broken up there. Nice play by Drew Abbott. He's a solid defenseman for the Generals. Back in, Pauling leaves it for Abbott. Abbott around the net, trying to get it out to Scott Grolau, and unable to do so. But here's Abbott with the puck again. He's looking to the left side, trying to find Brendan Ochino, which is another name we called a lot last year. So Drew Abbott and Ochino played well for the Generals last year. Around the Simsbury net, great play by, I believe that's Luke Melanson, or is it Livingston? As he comes into Zapp. Zapp tries to make a stick move around. Oh, heavy
Penalty
checks.
coming up.
Heavy
Penalty
checks
coming
coming
up.
in, and there's going to be a boarding, I think, by interference maybe. Number 8, Quinn Hegney, as he went after one of the Generals, I think, that absolutely laid out Michael Zapp. So Zapp takes a slow skate to the Trojans bench, while the mighty Quinn takes a skate to the penalty box.
Well, Sink, as you talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, you don't want to take penalties in the offensive zone. And I can tell you right now that the coaches are probably not going to be all that happy about seeing another penalty in the offensive zone. Seems to be something that they've had a few penalties like that in the last couple games. So need to get that corrected.
Yeah.
Certainly, it's one thing if you're trying to save a goal in your end, but you don't want to take penalties like that.
Look at this, CC. So the Trojans are refusing to put only 4 players out there. They said, yes, you can put one of our players in the penalty box, but we're going to skate with 4. Unless is that a major? I don't know. Did they wave off that penalty?
They're skating 5 aside. They're skating 5 aside.
That makes no sense, though, if it was a penalty for the Trojans. But, okay, here races down the left-hand side, number 24. I think that's Luke Watson for the Generals.
So did they wave off the penalty?
I
Is that
think
what
they
we're
did.
looking at right here?
Yeah, there's no I don't think there's a penalty. Out in front, great save by Loveland, and scooped up there by, I believe, that may have been Livingston, Aaron Livingston. So, number 1 line back out, Alex Perlman, Ryan McCormick, and Livingston. Puck finds its way over to number 5, Perlman. Perlman along the sides with 24. That's Luke Watson. Nice stop there by McCormick. McCormick back to the D. A wrister in that was broken up by the Generals. And out breaks the Generals. Noah DiMaggio breaks the puck out for the Generals. Back into the Trojans' defensive zone. And out breaks the Trojans. A nice pass up the middle to Livingston. Livingston's got an open shot.
Boy.
Again, a beautiful save by Danny Pauling. I got to tell you, Jake, Pauling is keeping the Generals in this game. He's been playing well. Here's a nice pass over. Wrister doesn't make its way through as it was blocked by number 4 for the Generals. And that might have been actually 24, Luke Watson. Here comes our Trojans as the Generals dance it around in the back of the net. Loveland stands his ground. There's a nice pass, and Perlman decides it was just over a 61 to get a line change. Here comes number 4, Patrick Maher. Maher breaks his way through 3 Generals, back into the corner to Daniel Toothacher. Back out to Patrick Maher. He tries to get the puck on his forearm. I would have taken a backhander right there. Nice to the back to Connor Wilhelm. And Wilhelm takes a little slap, half wrister. And the puck goes back off into the corner and then back down to the other end of the rink. There's the Generals. Connor breaks it up. Nice pass for his winger that's trying to break out of the zone. That winger happens to be Aiden Dwyer. And puck finds its way back into the Simsbury zone. So behind the net goes Wilhelm. Wilhelm passes it off to what looks like back there to be Griffin Marquis. I think it's Wilhelm and Marquis are the defensive pair. And breaks. Here comes the Generals. They break back into the Simsbury zone. Broken up there by Connor. And then it hits a Farmington General player on the bench, and we have a quick timeout. So a whistle here. So a fast-moving first period as we are down to 4 minutes and 4 seconds in the first period. No score, which is surprising. Simsbury has had many opportunities, and that scares me a little bit, CC, because if you can't capitalize on the opportunities you're given, that's going to come back to haunt you at some point.
I think you have to watch the 2-minute mark here of this period and see what happens because, as you said, they've had a lot of chances. They probably, I'd have to say they're out shooting Farmington Valley probably somewhere in the vicinity of about 8 or 9 to 2.
I'd agree with you.
With quality chances. And at some point they're going to get one in, but
Yeah.
you don't want to be in a game where it's close like this and all of a sudden in the last 2 minutes of the period have your opponent score on you. So
No, that's the kiss of death, right? Anything under 2 minutes in the end of any period.
right.
So that's a tough one. So here we go. We got the Mighty Quinn with Zapp on the right side. Luke Melanson on the left, and Luke goes down with the referee. Good thing those referees wear helmets because he hit his head pretty hard on the ice there. The Trojans retain possession And here comes Drew Anastasio, dipsy and doodling through the center of the ice, back deep into Generals territory, but taken away by the Generals defense. Mike Zapp back, and out breaks the Trojans again, trying to get the pass up to Drew, and we're going to have an icing. So a nice play by Drew. I'm going to use two analogies here, guys. I'm not big on a lot of stick handling. I think the less stick handling you have and the passes, crisp passes tape to tape up the ice are much better. And for my basketball analogy, Jakester, I'm not high on a lot of dribbling. Same thing,
Yeah.
right? Pass and get the ball in the net, and pass and get the puck in the net. All right, here comes our Trojans. Number 7, Ryan McCormick down the left-hand side.
Watch
taken
this,
right there by
kids.
Perlman, right out in front. Oh, my Lord, another huge save
That was
by
the one
Danny
he needed.
Pauling. He's having an MVP game, and we're only in the first period.
That's another grade A scoring opportunity for the Trojans right there.
Incredible. We got offsides on the General. So I don't know if McCormick's had all of them, and I don't even know if I don't think that might have been Livingston, right? But that front line's doing a heck of a job getting pucks to the net. A heck of a job. So,
Yeah, that's a dream line to call when you have a line that's 5, 6, 7.
yeah,
I mean,
right.
Right, exactly.
I mean, it's-
Exactly.
Maybe they did it that way.
It should be easy for you to broadcast if they score a goal here.
5 to 6 to 7, right?
Or
Oh,
7,
my
6
God.
to 5. Or
Yeah.
There's so many combinations you could do
We're
with
going to
those
have
three.
to
those three
trifecta
numbers.
boxed.
Uh-oh, here comes the Generals here. Matt Rapini. I was waiting to call his name. He's one of the key returners for the Generals, number 9.
Oh, there's
He's got
Cleary.
the puck down
Oh,
low,
there's
right out
Cleary.
in front. Oh, beautiful
Oh.
save by Loveland.
Cleary
Tremendous
hanging
save.
back with a shot on net there.
Was that Johnny Cleary, number 17?
Number 17.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Senior.
Oh, yeah.
He was in the right
there.
spot.
He was in the right spot. That would have been a nice goal to call, as we are friends with his dad
And his grandfather.
and his grandfather.
His grandfather's the athlete in the family. His dad is not as athletic as the son.
Brad is able to keep the puck in. Great job on the blue line by Brad. Chased down there by Tommy Humphreys. And we have a
Puck went out of play.
puck out of play.
Yep.
So it'll be back into the Trojans' offensive zone. Drew Abbott and Ryan McCormick friendly there as they're going back and forth,
Yeah,
talking about some certain things.
You know these teams have seen each other in the Valley for a long time, so
Yeah, and then like Jake said, they see each other, 3 more times, I
3
think.
times in 10 days.
2 count. I know that they have to talk to the coaches and figure out which games they're gonna count in the standings, but I think it's this one and the next one.
Wow.
All 3 don't count, CC?
No, not within the standings that they have. So, and they're trying to figure out what the playoff format is going to look like. Whether
Okay.
all teams in the conference are going to make it, or the top 2 are going to get a bye, and there's going to be 6 teams. So
Got it.
So there's a rink-wide shot on Loveland, who decides to hold it for a face-off to his left. The players are getting ready for a face-off there. Face-off won by the Generals. Back to Drew Abbott on point. Abbott throws it in. Back behind the net, taken by Griffin Marquis. Marquis trying to get it out to Perlman, and he does. And the Trojans are able. Here's McCormick in deep, takes it away from Abbott, right out in front. They must have scouted these Generals, because they're turning and burning. They're just passing that puck out in front, knowing that they're going to have a Trojan there, which has been terrific. It was that infamous number 23 again on the Generals, who's in deep against Connor Wilhelm. Drew Abbott takes the puck now.
1 minute left in the period.
1 minute to go. You got to play tight defense here. Let's try to nail one. Here's a pass up to number 8, Quinn Hagney. The mighty Quinn gets sandwiched by 2 Generals
Yeah, penalty coming up.
on Simsbury.
Yep.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they're getting Hagney for a hold.
They're getting Hagney for a hold.
Wow.
Yeah. He got sandwiched by 2 Generals, and then I think what he did, it would look like to me, is he took his right
He had his right arm
and
around
grabbed
him.
one.
He had his
Yeah.
right arm. He was grabbing the jersey.
All right, so we got to kill off 43 seconds of a Farmington Generals power play
Wow, that's a tough one right there.
as we look to end the first period here. That is a tough one. Puck drop, won by Simsbury. The Trojans get the puck around the net. That's Drew Anastasio down there. The Trojans look to form a box in front. Puck wide of the net, thrown deep and wide in the net. And here's the Generals with their down deep. Out to number 2, Jack Calcavecchia. Calcavecchia rips one in. Here comes Patrick Maher for Simsbury. Maher breaks out. Has a nice pass up to, just over the stick of Aaron Livingston. Had Livingston got that, that would have been nice. Maybe even a bouncing puck in now behind the net. Loveland goes down right out in front. It's a little bit of chaos, and
That's all.
period ends. So that's it, folks. So we're going to have 1 minute and 17 seconds to burn in period number 2 of a power play for the Generals. But quite an exciting first period. Unbelievable action to begin the game. And like the captain just noted, Simsbury, I'm going to take an uneducated guess and say that the Trojans outshot the Generals in that first period, probably somewhere around 10 or 11 to 2 or 3. And so we keep that action going. This is going to be good news for our Simsbury team. Jake, CC, any comments before we close out the first period?
As I mentioned before, a lot of grade A scoring opportunities for the Trojans. They've put a lot of pucks on Danny Pauling, so I think that is a very encouraging sign for Coach Keith Paulsowitz and Dan Lee.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do they do here, Jakester? Because this might be new to me. It doesn't look like they're doing any. Are they opening the Zamboni doors? I don't know if they.
They had the doors open, and then they shut them.
They
When I
shut.
was at the game against South Windsor earlier, they had the Zamboni,
They did. Okay, that's interesting.
but I'm
'cause
not sure what's going on right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It is interesting. Maybe they'll not do the Zamboni between first and second period and wait until. That's, I think, what they're looking to do. Maybe this is a speed-up play type of deal.
Maybe. I have not seen this before. Usually the Zamboni comes out between the first and second periods and the second and third periods
Yes.
to clean the ice. But
Yeah, so
I'm
this
not
is
sure.
somewhat different. So the Generals have held their ground. I mean, as we said, right?
They're playing solid.
CC?
They're a good team. I mean,
Yeah.
over the last few years, they've made some nice runs. 3 years ago, they won the state championship for Division II, which is pretty impressive. Last year, they had a nice run. Here's what I'll tell you: it's nice to see some live sports back
Yes,
again.
absolutely.
How about that?
That's the thing
Amen.
more than anything else. I mean, right now it's been really a pleasure to get the chance to watch these guys. Again, they didn't go through a full preseason. A lot of these guys, they're younger classmen. So this is their first few games at this level.
Yes.
But they're playing well. Both teams are playing well. They have their chances. This game could be 2-2, 3-3, 0-0 right now. But I mean, I think it's pretty exciting right now.
As I said, the MVP for me right now is Danny Pauling, who's sitting between the pipes down in the far end of the rink for the Generals. He had
Second
a
period
heck
is
of a-
underway.
Heck of a first period. So here we go. Generals are on the power play. Looks like we have Luke Melanson and Jonathan Huang on D. And there goes Livingston. Livingston looking for Perlman, trying to split the D and unable to do so. Bouncing puck right back to Jonathan. He tries to get it out in front to Livingston, and that jumps over his stick. And back come the Generals. Quick pass, rinks wide. And breaking down the right-hand side is Tyler Stoneman. Oh, nice pass over here. The puck just jumps over to the stick of the Generals defenseman, who, too, is number 7 and not on our roster. So we we got a bummed roster here for the Generals, so we'll try to do the best we can. Simsbury is able to clear it. There is 14, 13, 12 seconds left to go in this power play for the Generals. They take it across center ice and looking to carry it in. No dump in. They're carrying it in. Followed there by Luke Melanson. Nice play over to the number 7 defenseman for the Generals, but taken right away by Elijah Livingston. Livingston coming right around.
You killed off the penalty.
Penalty has been killed off, so great job by the Trojans. As Tyler Stoneman digs down deep. Scott Grollo for the Generals is trying to get the puck out and center it. Oh, hit from behind there by Calcavecchia, not called. There's a Livingston out to Patrick Maher, who was being lined up by number 7. Taken right away by the Mighty Quinn. Mighty Quinn gets it poked away, but back to, who's that down there? Luke Melanson makes a nifty move in the corner. Melanson back out in front, and oh my goodness gracious, how is that not called a interference? I mean, the Trojan player, I think that's Luke Melanson down there, but he was waiting for a pass from the corner and got absolutely laid out by Mark Calcavecchia.
Yeah, there's a penalty.
Not Mark. I knew I was going to say that. Jack Calcavecchia. Oh, it is a penalty.
There, yep.
It was.
Calcavecchia is going into the box. You had to call that. I mean, it was right in front of 2 referees. You had to call that. All right, here we go. Aaron Livingston. So this looks to be the number 1 line that Coach Keith Balsowitz and Dan Lee have back out there. Back to the defense. Aaron Livingston. It ping-pongs down in back of the net behind Pauling. And the Generals get the puck out. Now they get a break. They get a 2-on-1. Nice pass over. Great save there by Loveland. Nice try, though, by Luke Watson. And a decent pass there by Matt Rapini. I'm actually shocked we're not calling his name a little bit more. He was one of those guys. I know he's a captain for the Generals, but he was one of the guys I circled as a star from
Cindy,
last
going
year.
off of that, there are 3 senior defensemen. Jack Calcavecchia, he was a plus 35 last year. Matt Rapini was a plus 25, and Drew Abbott was a plus 32.
Wow. Unbelievable. Great move there by Elijah Livingston. He brings a puck up the right-hand side. Backwards, forwards. He's looking for somebody. Gets it back to Jonathan. Jonathan back down low into Ryan McCormick. McCormick with a shot on net. And again, he is just rock solid between the pipes there. Danny Pauling is keeping this game close. McCormick back behind the net, trying to get it away from the Generals defenseman there. And he's able to. And nice play there by Perlman. Perlman back down to McCormick. McCormick dancing right out in front to Livingston. Livingston back to Jonathan. Jonathan one-timer over to Livingston on the left defensive side and not to have. Here's a nice stop there. Jonathan's going to take a puck in. Nice save again. Kicks the puck over to the corner. That's a beautiful save by Pauling. In is Elijah Livingston, who is looking around, looking for somebody out, and
Net is dislodged.
Net is dislodged, and we have a whistle. 41 seconds left to go in the power play, 11 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the second period. And, fellas, we are still scoreless.
I think they're going to have to bang one in from probably like 2 or 3 feet in front. It's going to be one of those in the crease. Someone gets in,
Very
mans up.
chaos in front.
Right. That's what they're going to need right now.
All right, there's a great save by Reed Bolger to keep that puck in, or that was I believe it might have been a breakaway for the Generals. There's Reed. Reed now takes a puck behind his goalie, Loveland. Changes course, comes back out the right-hand side, looking for number 10 for Simsbury, who did a great move, Drew Anastasio. Drew looking back for Bolger, gets it down low. They're circling in the corner there. Bolger back over to Bolger. He's looking to take a shot on net. Tipped in front, but wide of the net. So the Generals have gotten out of another jam as they've forced their. Simsbury had their second power play. No good. Here comes a great move by
there's a penalty
number
there.
18, Scott Grollo, and there was no choice but Drew Anastasio was beaten on the right side, and he had to take him down. So if there's ever a good penalty, that was a good one because I believe
He had him beat.
Yeah,
he had him beat.
I believe Scott would have danced right in on Loveland. All right, so the face-off is right here below us in the corner. Cameraman Nick Sinacori has got a great angle here. Patrick Maher facing off against Tyler Stoneman, and Tyler wins the face-off. Back to the defense in a nice play there by Livingston. Patrick Maher is able to get it over the defenseman's stick, and here's an off hand. They're shorthanded. Simsbury keeping it down deep. That's Maher and Luke Melanson. And they're trying to kill this penalty off. The Generals now have had 2 power plays, along with the Trojans, who have had 2. And Dipsy doodling back there is number 7, once again not on our roster, so we apologize for those General parents that may be watching this game later on YouTube. Again, one of the things we said pregame was we are going to try to do one of these games live. And it all depends on the Wi-Fi coverage here at the rink, which at this point doesn't look very good. So we will try to do our best.
It's spotty for sure.
Yes. All right. Looks like Aaron Livingston now out with Perlman, his brother Elijah Livingston, and Jonathan Huang. And there's a Generals take it in deep, get the pass over. Looking for someone in the center. The Simsbury Trojans are in the classic box defense on power play where you've got 2 up front, 2 down low. It looked like number 5. Who's 5? Perlman got his stick chopped from him. He went over to the bench and was taken over by 6, Aaron Livingston. Oh, nice play there by Jonathan. Great job, Jonathan, getting the puck out. Clears all the way down the ice. We got 34 seconds to go to kill this power play off. There's Drew Marquis.
Watch the stick.
Lines. Here comes number 9 with a head of steam, Matt Rapini. He dumps it down low to 22, Brendan Ochino. This is a lethal duo right here. They scored a lot of goals last year. Tried to get it by Griffin Marquis, but a great play by Marquis. Stuck his leg out. They're trying to get it out front, back out to Matt Rapini. Rapini with a
Good
shot.
stop.
And a beautiful blocker save by Loveland. And there he is again down low. Brendan Ochino. Great play in front by
Back to even strength.
Rapino. And it was shot. Oh, nice save again and out. Beautiful save there by Loveland. So the Generals had a little bit of momentum going there. Looked like the Rapini and Ochino. And who else was out there? Was it McAllister, Stombaugh? But either way, they got some shots on the net, and Loveland had to come up big. All right, looks like we got Connor Wilhelm and Griffin Marquis now out on D with Quinn Hegney, Luke Melanson, and Michael Zapp. Hegney wins the faceoff, takes it back behind his net, behind Loveland, reverses course to Wilhelm. Wilhelm now tries to get the puck up to Luke, dances over his skate, and there goes Drew Marquis back up to Zapp. Zapp trying to get the puck in deep. Maybe after the game, we're I don't know if we can get a player, but we'll get one of the coaches to give us a little bit of some insights. And here's a nice pass over to Zapp. Oh, great backhand. Beautiful shot by Michael Zapp. That's a lost art, the backhand. Here come the Generals, right down the right side, right in front, over. Oh,
wow.
Man.
Good try.
Holy cow. Brendan Ochino missed what looked to be an open net. But again, you got to give credit to Loveland as he got over there very quickly. Back out to Drew Abbott, and he can't keep it in. Quinn Hegney chasing Abbott. Abbott just dumps the puck in. Back in the corner to Wilhelm. There's Wilhelm now up to Luke Melanson. Melanson trying to get the puck by McAllister Stombaugh and unable to do so. Now he does. Here comes Melanson. Melanson over the red line, trying to get it up to number 16. There's Tommy Humphreys. Haven't called his number too much today. Tommy getting some ice time now. Reed Bolger out on defense. Humphreys back in to Wilhelm. Here comes number 20, Aiden Driscoll. So Reed Bolger, Aiden Driscoll, here's some fresh legs out there for the Trojans, and they're swarming. And just as I say that, the Generals take the puck out of Simsbury's end, and now to their own end and down to Simsbury's end. There's number 16, Tommy Humphreys. Humphreys behind the net to Reed Bolger. Bolger, nice pass up to Jack Beckinsale. There's another nice hit by Jack Calcavecchia. He's laying people out there. He's not a big guy, but he hits hard. And there goes Farmington again. The Generals swing the puck around. Bolger's able to keep it in on our side. Jack Beckinsale goes behind the net. The Generals and able to be kept in. No, offside, says the referee. And Drew Anastasio, who was trying to dance in all by himself, finds that we have a stop and play. So with 6 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the second period, I'd like to tell you the Trojans are ahead by 8 goals, but it's not to be. We are tied at 0 apiece.
There has not been a crooked number on that scoreboard yet.
They've had chances.
Oh, absolutely, CC. Absolutely.
They're trying to manufacture something. That's what you can see. You can see the flow of the game has changed a little bit. There's not as many opportunities where they're cycling the puck down right now. It looks like they're just kind of trying to rip a couple on the net and see what they can get. See if they can find a juicy rebound for one of the guys to knock in. But I think that's what you're going to see, probably. More than likely, you're going to see one get chipped in for one side or the other.
It's going to be a crazy goal.
Yeah.
I agree with you. The way this game's been going. Simsbury wins the faceoff. Perlman back into the corner. Trying to get the puck away from the Generals. Does so. And in there, it looks like it's McCormick. McCormick gets a stick taken right away from him. And then the Generals take it out. Jonathan, good thing he... when he tried to get the puck in deep, was not able to do so. Now he gets the puck over to the corner, which is great. Here comes Jonathan Huang. Jonathan trying to get the puck up to McCormick. He does so. And there's Livingston. Aaron coming down the side. Another nice save by Danny Pauling. I mean, Danny's made so many saves that one looked routine. And that's not a routine save, but it looked routine.
Well, if so far in the game, you haven't seen a lot of odd man scoring opportunities. A lot of them have been even man, lots of guys in the zone.
Yeah.
No one is really leaving any shooters out in front of the net open.
Good point.
So it makes it a lot harder. I mean, versus last year's team, at least when we look at them, they had the ability to create some space, and they had a lot more breakaways and 2-on-1s and things like that. You're watching right now, there just is a lot of guys in the zone all the time.
Right. Here's a play by the Generals trying to get the puck down deep, taken away by Quinn Hegney. This is the Hegney line with Zapp and Luke Melanson. Puck forced up to Zapp. He can't get the puck in deep. It's off the back skate of Connor Wilhelm. Wilhelm gets it now up to Melanson. Melanson over to Zapp, just out of his reach, but into the Generals zone. And Generals take control of the puck and break it out across center ice, right into the breadbasket of Connor Wilhelm. Connor gets the puck away, both of them. Hegney, Wilhelm, and Melanson are all over there trying to get the puck away. Comes back over to Drew Marquis. Nice play there by Trey Gagne, just chipping the puck in over the Trojans' heads. Now here comes Luke Melanson down the left side. Over center ice, in deep. Maneuvers his way around. And nice play there by, I believe that's Drew Anastasio. It is. He kept it in for a moment, and now the puck's down. This is going to be an icing. So again, we got 4 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the second period of this second period been more of an evenly matched two teams than the first period was. Good to see about 30 people total in the stands here at ISCC. Always good to see people in the stands.
Players get 2 tickets, so 2 parents per game.
There we go. And they've got, what do they got, 21 rostered, so we can have about 42 folks here and we're clearly well within that. Tough having it be an afternoon game, too. A lot of people probably
matinee,
tough time to get out from work. All right, here are our Trojans. And they've got it in the corner. Reed Bulger on left D there. He pinches in, trying to keep the puck in. It's kind of getting a little bit chaotic. Almost a breakout there. I think McAllister Stambaugh saw the puck and thought he was going to get we had an offside. I thought that might have been an interference. Drew Anastasio tries to get the puck up to Aaron Livingston, and it dances over his stick, and we're going to have an icing back here to the left circle, left side of Loveland.
So far, both sides are not allowing their defenders to get pinched in. So there's always plenty of people back home, as they say, at this point.
Looks like we have the top line out there again. That line being Perlman and Livingston and McCormick. This might be a mass timeout again, Jake.
Yep.
With looks like 3 minutes, 13 seconds left to go in the second period of an exciting game, yet not a fun-filled scoring game. Again, let's go back to the averages, right? Simsbury's averaging 4 goals per game. They just had an outburst of 9 a few days back. And CC, isn't that always the way? Right? We say in baseball, right? You score 15 runs in the top end of a doubleheader, and you can't score a run in the second game. You know?
Well, it seems to be. It seems like that they do this when we broadcast on purpose.
Well, and it's not, hey, listen, it's not like they haven't had their chances, right? We can't say that. They haven't had their chances. They're going to capitalize here.
They know we're practicing our calls at home in front of the mirror.
Exactly right. All right, here comes McCormick. McCormick up to Livingston in his skates, off his skates, and the Generals take possession back. Cutting across center ice is number 4. It gives a pass over to 7.
Nice play
Both of
there.
which are not on the Farmington roster. All right, I don't know about this. If we got
I think we have a penalty.
We got a penalty now.
Might be boarding, maybe.
A penalty on the Generals. Simsbury getting an extra player on the net. Well, it's okay there because unless they put it in their own net.
Right.
But Rapini is dancing around just trying to touch the puck. We got an extra skater. Here comes the Trojans. Luke Melanson into Perlman. Actually, that was McCormick. Livingston back out to Jonathan. Jonathan's just got to get the puck on net, and he couldn't get a good handle of the puck. It was in his skates. That was a beautiful tip pass there by, I believe, Perlman right out in front. And, again, Danny Pauling there to pounce on it. And 2 minutes and 12 seconds. So we will have a good, we'll have a power play here to basically end the second period.
Yeah, gotta like that.
You gotta like that. So I may be going way out on a limb here, but it's a good thing I don't coach the Trojans because I may consider pulling Loveland for these 20 minutes and going with a 6-on-4.
You mean
Just
for
to
the
stay-
last 2 minutes, not the 20 minutes.
Right, just to stay in shape,
Yeah.
CC. Huh?
Well, listen.
But that's why that's
If
how
it was
crazy I
desperate,
am.
if we were desperate for the goal, we might pull that.
Oh, Jakester, what are you going to do with me? Here we go. Face off won by the Trojans. Back to Jonathan on point. Looks like the Trojans trying to crowd the front of the net.
They got to get to the back door there.
We just got to get some pucks on net. We got to get some pucks on net. Now the Generals have it. Simsbury clears, so there's no offsides. And the Generals able to get it down the length of the ice. Jonathan's takes it behind Loveland. He breaks out to the right side. Nice pass out front to Livingston. Here comes Elijah. Elijah dances around the right side. Looks for Jonathan back in the point. Jonathan back over to his defensive partner. And it gets kicked off his stick. That partner was Aaron Livingston. Here comes Elijah Livingston. Back into Aaron. Nice play by the Generals defense. McCormick now in the corner. Back out to Jonathan. I like the way the Generals use their power play here. That's what you got to do. Puck in on the net, no rebound by Pauling, and but a quick slap, I think, there by McCormick to try to get the puck between the pads. I agree with CC. I think a goal is going to be something like that. Kind of a garbage goal.
You got to chip one in. Well,
Yep.
Luke Robitaille made a living on those. Everything within 5 feet of the net. So
Just chip away.
you know, it's a lot of times it's just being in the right spot. And
Yep.
the guys who get in there are the guys who get pounded by the defenders too.
That's
so
right.
You don't get in there for free. That's for sure. You're going to take a little bit of a beating. But
Right.
at this point, to get one in the net, you're going to have to do that.
Beautiful passing back and forth, but it is broken up by the Generals, and they break it out. They got a one-on-one. This could be a shorthanded. Great play there by Drew Anastasio. Great play. And a beautiful up-ice pass. Head up. Jack Beckinsale right back to Griffin. Oh, and there's another. That was an incredible save. Split, and it's still live. Here's Reed Bolger with a shot. The Trojans still keeping it in front. It's very chaotic in front. And outbreak the Generals. This almost could be a breakaway. Not quite. As Drew Marquis gets back. Griffin.
Oh,
Marquis.
boy.
Up front. Here's 22.
Oh, what a play.
Tries to go 5-hole. Brendan Ochino tries to go 5-hole on Loveland, and he says, not in my house.
6 seconds left.
Wow, that would have been a back-breaker. Holy cow. Great play by Loveland.
Great stop.
Well, the summary of these two periods have been their goalies. The two goalies between the pipes have been incredible. Brendan Ochino had probably the second best chance of the night. Right, CC? I would say in that first period, Simsbury, I think it was McCormick or Livingston, had a open net, and they're just they're letting time run out. So the second period comes to an end. I believe now we will have some Zamboni action. As we come to an end here, after two periods, the Farmington Generals and Simsbury Trojans are tied at 0. CC, a quick wrap on period number 2.
2 was just like 1, Michael. It was hard fought, lots of opportunities. I think I have to say that Farmington Valley Generals they elevated their game a little bit in the second period. They had some more opportunities. They're playing solid D. They're making sure they're staying back. Their goalie is doing a tremendous job. Both teams are really playing a spirited battle. The Generals just coming off of a 1-0 overtime loss. They've been working hard, right? They're not getting as many scoring opportunities as they'd like, or especially not converting as many.
Yeah.
So now there'd be 5th plus consecutive period of not scoring a goal. At some point somebody's going to have to chip one in. Again, like I said at the beginning, or at least I would expect them to do that.
At what point, and Jake, maybe, do you mix the lines up a little bit? If you're not, it's, the definition of insanity, right, is you keep doing the same thing over and over again thinking the results are going to change. I mean, maybe you mix and match a little bit more.
Maybe. And also I think both coaches on both sides should be pleased by their teams' opportunities in their respective offensive zones. I mean, both teams they've been having grade A scoring opportunities, but Justin Loveland and Danny Pauling
Unbelievable.
have had other ideas. So I think the lines are good, but maybe mix and match and roll the dice with maybe a different trio or a different defensive pairing. So it'll be interesting to see what they do in the third period.
I don't know. I have to say I think that the lines are locked in right now. I mean, they're getting lots of chances.
Oh, absolutely. But maybe
We're saying maybe mix it. I would say this as we wrap period 2 here. I think it goes without saying, but the next goal is a big one, because if you find yourself down 1 in this tight, checking, great goaltending game, the next goal is going to put that team, not only ahead in the game, but I think mentally ahead too, because that's going to be somewhat of a tough hill to climb. And again, I'm going to go back to my same thing. You can't take any dumb penalties. Do not take any penalties in your offensive zone. Stay out of the penalty box. Don't give them any chances. And keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think so. I think you're going to see. I mean, just based on, and again, they're different teams, but just based on the last game, the Trojans at least recently have shown that they can score quickly.
Yep.
And in bunches.
Absolutely.
So this game may be close for the first 2 periods, and they may put 3 quick ones in right in the third period at the beginning, and then just cruise on out. So
Cece, going back to your point earlier about the lines. The lines have been great. I wouldn't change anything, but maybe the coaches might spice things up a little bit. Maybe do something different. I don't think that they should, because I think the lines for both sides have been really clicking and generating opportunities. But maybe.
Yeah, I think you have to give credit to the goalies.
Absolutely.
Really.
Yeah,
I mean,
both of them have played unbelievably well.
They're both playing really well. I think that the Trojans have had some really good opportunities. To the point where we've thought that they've had at least 2 or 3 goals that were going to be in, and the Generals goalie came up huge. So
huge.
I think the only thing the coaches are probably telling them is, hey, let's get one in the net. It's nice.
Right.
You don't want to hit him in the chest anymore or in the blockers.
Keep
right?
pounding. Keep pounding. Keep grinding.
Right, and just charge the net, follow your shots, continue to work. You don't, like you said, Sink, you don't want to have lazy pass. You don't want to turn the puck over.
No.
You don't want to take bad penalties.
No, that's right.
So I think that the first 5 minutes of the third period is probably going to set the tone. It was kind of an unusual thing, because that's the first time I have to say that I've ever seen that they didn't have a break in between periods. Right. So, for guys that are just kind of coming back to the game and they haven't played a lot of hockey,
right,
not to get an extra 15-minute breather. Yep. I mean, they took, 5 minutes between periods probably. How much does that affect them? I don't know.
Yeah.
You're kind of in uncharted territory at this point. So I think you'll see them come out spirited. Both sides will come out. Hopefully, again, they don't make the mistakes. I know, some of the past history recently is that there's been some mistakes by some of the freshmen. Yep. Hopefully, that doesn't come back to show up in this game. And mistakes, just as you said, it has to do with penalties more than anything else, not execution, but just you just want to keep yourself in a position to continue to put some pressure on and hopefully get that advantage goal, and just continue to ride the defense and the strong goaltending that you have.
Sounds good, fellas. All right, we are going to take a very quick break while the Zamboni does its work on the ice, and we'll be back for third period action right after this. All right, guys, and here we go. The start of the third period is underway. A quick start here. Simsbury all even at 5 aside. And we've got the Livingston line out there against Tyler Stoneman and his team, his line. Here comes Livingston down the left-hand side. Nice breakup by the Generals, and they got a quick 2-on-1 if they hurry. Nice breakup there by Ryan McCormick as he stepped into the passing lane. Beautiful. Oh, man, big hit there by Jonathan.
Bodies flying all over.
Bodies are flying all over the place.
Penalty coming up.
Penalties coming up now for, is that on the Generals?
I believe so.
I believe so. I think it's a retaliation penalty.
Number
That's what
6.
it is. I think it is.
McAllister Stambo.
McAllister Stambo is going to the box for a little retaliation. Now, I know Jonathan hit one of the Generals hard, and I think he came in and retaliated. So this is CC. You said this, right? Simsbury starting a period here. First 5 minutes, they get a 2-minute power play.
It's a good start. That's what you want to be doing.
And let's see here. So Quinn loses a faceoff to the Generals, takes the Trojans back to their own zone. Out come the Trojans. Nice passing here, right up to Anastasio. Puts on the brakes. Back to Quinn. Back to Anastasio. Tried to do a little bit of a give and go. Not going to happen there. There's Quinn. Back to Anastasio, and the defense are getting Backed up a little bit. Oh, great tip. Great tip
Mo's.
there
right out in
by-
front.
And a beautiful play by
That's
Danny
the one
Pauling.
you want right there, kids.
Oh, my Lord.
Wow.
That was it, CC. You called it. Griffin Marquis was there on the tip. Holy cow.
That puck was trickling, and it just
Unbelievable. That was incredible.
went wide.
Yeah, it's going to take some. I mean, it is. Danny Pauling's been unbelievable in that. We just need to get a couple more shots on. The Livingston line's back out there with Perlman and McCormick. So McCormick
Nice
gets it over
face-off
to
win by Livingston.
Back over to Jonathan. Jonathan now looking in, trying to get it in. Nice job. Great defensive play there by Calcavecchia. He's solid. Jack Calcavecchia is a good hockey player.
Farmington Valley has a very, very, very good defensive trio with Cal Cavecchia, Rapini.
Nathaniel Watson.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good. Here comes our Trojans back into their offensive zone. They got less than 40 seconds now to go on the power play.
Top of the point, right there, wide open.
Perlman wheels around. There's a nice one-timer there by McCormick. And out breaks Scott Grolow. He's another one. He's very good for Farmington. Simsbury's able to break it up, and now they peel it back. Here comes our Trojans back in on Generals. Defense backs back in, but taken away by Rapini. And now the puck's forced out of play. So not a lot of pucks on net again for this power play. They were moving the puck around fairly well, but again, it just looked like it was a difficult task to get a decent shot, a quality shot on net.
Well, I think on that one they really needed to go back to the point at the top.
Yes.
And let them blast it in, and everybody's got to charge the net and take advantage of the man advantage.
It did look like Jonathan was open on the point there at one point. There goes Quinn. Quinn wins the faceoff. It's taken away because it's stuck in his skates. And here comes the Trojans. Back in on the Generals. Quinn comes back in. Great shot right over the outstretched glove of Danny Pauling. Here's another shot on net by Griffin Marquis. Trying to get the puck out to Rapini, who was floating in center ice like Blaine Stoughton used to do, CC.
Number 21.
There's a
The
reference.
sniper.
Right? A reference from the past.
That's right. Well, speaking of the past, we just finished the 41st anniversary of this past week of the Miracle on Ice.
Oh, boy.
My grandfather was at the
great.
game.
Really?
He was at the game
Unbelievable.
in Lake Placid,
I
Herb
can
Brooks
remember
Arena.
it. I was watching it at
it's
home.
now it's called Herb Brooks Arena. 1980.
Luke Melanson shoves the puck back around, trying to get the Trojans are desperately. There's Reed Bolger in the back. General's looking for a penalty there, as the Trojans are trying to get the puck out of their own zone, and here we go. Connor Wilhelm racing up the left-hand side, coming down, shot on net. Nice save by Pauling. And that could be, isn't it in the pros that a penalty? When you shoot the puck out of the
In the
zone,
pros,
your own,
that
Delay
would,
game.
that would be a
Right?
delay game penalty.
Yeah, okay.
If the puck does not get deflected or by a stick or a player or off the glass.
Okay.
If it clear,
Well, that clearly didn't. It didn't look like it did to me,
Right.
did it? Yeah.
right. But that would be
Right.
a penalty in the pros.
Oh, quick shot in on. Nice save by Pauling. That was Elijah Livingston. Now Aaron gets it back to his brother Elijah. Another shot on that. Great save by Pauling. Yeah, so this line is getting a lot of pucks on net. So nice job by both Elijah and Aaron Livingston, as both of them are trying to do what only brothers can do, is a give and go, knowing what each one is thinking. Quick shot on net. Livingston wins the face-off over to Perlman. Perlman back to Livingston, who tries to shove the puck in. It's taken there by Drew Abbott. Trojans take the puck back at center ice. Perlman trying to get a puck over to McCormick, and does so. He's got one guy to beat, and that's Abbott. Abbott sticks the puck back over to the corner. Now it's back behind the net for the Trojans. Oh, just back to Livingston at the point. Shot, and it deflects, bounces around a bunch of people. Livingston trying desperately to keep the puck in. And we're going to
Got a penalty coming
on
up.
Simsbury. That's an inadvertent trip, but you know what? That was bound to happen, and I'll tell you why. There was a couple of times I think Simsbury got away with some could have been called penalties that weren't called penalties, and I think it was just a matter of time. We've had 3 penalties for the Trojans called and 3 penalties for the Generals. So each team's had their opportunities on the power play.
Yeah, you just hate 2 of the penalties are in the offensive zone, so
Yeah,
you hate to see that happen.
absolutely.
It's a hooking penalty on Perlman.
Okay. Face off down the far end. Won by the Generals. Over into the corner, back out in front, and puck was bouncing, or that probably would have been put behind Loveland. There was, I believe it was Tyler Stoneman, who had a wide open shot in the left, and the puck just danced over his stake. Here's one right out in front, and Trojan Simsbury is able to clear the zone. Drew Anastasio takes the puck back, nifty move right around center, gets around the defenseman. Now it's a one-man show here, and he just caused a penalty. Awesome, awesome job by Drew Anastasio, as we are going to have a
Slashing call.
on number 7, who I don't have on my roster here. But it looks like Farmington Generals number 7 is going off the ice.
Number 5,
It was
Cindy. Number
5,
5,
okay.
Tyler Stoneman.
Tyler Stoneman.
A pair
All
of
right.
5s in the sin bin.
All right. Rapini out there now with Matt Murhead, Jack Calcavecchia. We got 4-on-4
4-on-4,
action,
right.
CC.
For a minute 24, and then the Trojans will have a power play for 36 seconds.
All right, there's Livingston. Takes the puck back behind Loveland. Nice pass out there to Patrick Maher. Drew Abbott now with the puck at center. Takes the puck back in. Right on net. Loveland couldn't grab it. Gave a juicy rebound that was taken away. And back come our Trojans. Sorry about the coughing fit there. Here comes Patrick Maher in the corner behind us, down below. Taken away by number 13, Matt Muirhead. And I don't know what he's doing. He must have thought they were down, as it's 4-on-4, and he just iced the puck. So a mistake here. Let's see if we can capitalize on that. You want to win the face-off, get it back to the point, like CC said earlier. We got Reed Bolger and Jonathan on point with the mighty Quinn.
Quinn's got to go to the net here.
And Drew Anastasio.
We need to draw this back and have Quinn go right to the net.
And Drew kind of standoff there on the face-off. No one really won the face-off. Drew actually tipped it back behind the net. And racing back for it is Reed Bolger. Bolger, great job. Throws it out front for mighty Quinn. Oh! And the puck is just dancing around. No one could get control of that thing. Reed Bolger is flying out there. He's having a great
Look
shift.
out.
There we go again. Farmington Valley takes the puck out of their defensive zone. And again, no penalty here in the CIAC rules. Calcavecchia comes back on for Farmington, along with Scott Grolau, who was one of their co-captains, and Brendan Ochino. We've got 5 seconds left to go before the Trojans get a man advantage. Puck back into the corner. Number 11 there, Jack Beckinsale, races in to try to grab it.
Icing.
But that was a tough icing. We got 34 seconds now on the Simsbury power play. That was really close, whether that puck crossed the line back there. 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the third period. We are still tied at 0. A nice play by Quinn.
Get it to the point
Hegney.
on the opposite side,
There's
boys.
Quinn. There's Quinn back down deep to Drew, back out front. Griffin Marquis. They tried. Reed Bulger again. The puck is bouncing all over the place. 14 seconds to go in the power play here for the Trojans. Ahead of steam there. Nice pass up for Jack Beckinsale.
Get it
Jack
back
to
him.
Quinn. Quinn dumps it down deep. 4 seconds left on the power play. Maybe one more time to get it out front. Oh, man. I don't think
There was an angle.
no angle there, but I don't think Danny Pauling saw that shot. There was
Here's
a
a
tap
tip.
on
Watch it.
right out in front. Great save again by Pauling. Unbelievable shot by Reed Bulger. So Danny Pauling is just, I can't say enough about this kid in net. I mean, he's doing an unbelievable job.
He's earning his keep today.
The opposite of what we used to call goalies back in the day, Swiss cheese.
Yeah, this one's definitely not Swiss anything. Here,
This
He's
thing,
a-
this
he's a
this
stone
goalie
wall
here,
right here.
he's a big block of what's our favorite Italiano cheese?
That's right.
CC.
that's right. A little.
I mean, CC and Cine with the Italian roots.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Hey, maybe
we're
a little
we're only broadcasting in English today, though.
just for today.
Just for today.
Just for the 10 people we get to view this broadcast.
That's right. We don't want to confuse anybody out there.
7 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the third period of a very fast-moving game. Not a lot of whistles. Not a lot of whistles at all. Great goaltending, actually, on both ends.
This is an awesome goaltending battle between Pauling and Loveland.
Rapini wins the faceoff. Generals take control, and now they're breaking out of their zone. McCormick trying to bother the General player. He actually ends up getting the puck, and there's going to be a penalty. A penalty on the Trojans for holding.
Oh.
Wow, that's a tough one. I think Ryan was just that's a tough one.
I think he was just draped on him.
Yeah. He was just trying to get back on a forecheck. I'm going to these referees have done a phenomenal job today. They really have. I think that's a tough one to call this late in the game.
Yeah, I didn't see much there, but
No. There's Rapini again. He wins the face-off back to Calcavecchia. Calcavecchia crossed to his D partner. And broken up down below. And the Trojans were trying to... Oh, that almost looked like an offside. Generals are trying to, as they get caught up, Simsbury. Oh, man, there's Livingston.
well,
Got
they're
knocked
trying to
on
make
his
something
backside.
happen here.
Yeah, absolutely. Perlman.
You know, the intensity has picked up a little bit.
Yeah, the kids seem to be flying around a little bit more on both sides, right? 1 minute, 24 seconds to go and killing off the power play. Oh, he almost had him on a breakaway. That was something else.
He needed to flatten that puck
And
down.
it looks like Danny Pauling decides to hold the puck. So there'll be a face-off to his left. Yeah, that enables the Generals to get a line change. Puts Rapini back out there with McAllister, Stambo, Calcavecchia, Luke Watson.
We need a blast from the point here,
Yep.
and we didn't get it.
Drew Anastasio loses that face-off to Rapini. Matt Rapini, one of their stars returning to the Generals lineup this year. Reed Bulger gets turned around in the corner. Generals take it back out. Back to Calcavecchia, who takes a shot.
Oh, boy.
And there it
And
is,
they're in.
CC. You called it. It hit the left post and trickled in. That actually was, you know what? I said it, maybe 4 or 5 minutes ago. Calcavecchia has played a heck of a game. Takes the body. He's not a very big hockey player. He's one of their co-captains. But that was a fantastic shot.
Power play goal for Farmington Valley, 1-0 with 6:03 to go in the third.
And the Generals take that much coveted late period lead. Trojans got it, certainly not out of it, but a little bit of work to overcome here.
Time to turn it up a little bit. Got to turn up the intensity.
And there we go. Top line out. I'm sorry. This is the Quinn Hegney line. Puck dances out of. Are they called that an offsides? What was that one,
I
Jake?
think that
That looked like a hand pass.
Ah, okay.
He batted it
I
down
didn't
to the other guy.
Yeah. Well, the face-off will come back into the Simsbury end.
So far, the difference is, right, the Trojans are 0 for 3 on their power plays, while Farmington is 1 for 3.
Nice save by Loveland.
Yeah, through a screen, right? That's a tough one. Here comes our Trojans. Here comes Anastasia down
wide
the
open.
left side.
Look at
right
this.
out
Oh.
front. Oh, great
Oh, got to
poke check.
settle that thing down.
Great poke check by Danny Pauling. That was a great goalie play there. Otherwise, it looked like Luke Melanson was dancing right in, right? Here comes Simsbury. A game of inches as that puck just off the stick. And here comes
All right.
Simsbury again. We got, if they hurry, 3-on-2.
Got to skate.
Leaves it. Nice shot on net, but again, a great save by Danny. And outbreak the Generals. Oh, great move by number 18. He leaves it there. Nobody at home for the Generals.
Hegney camping on the blue line.
There's number 5, Tyler Stoneman. He's flying. He gets rode off into the corner by Livingston.
Oh, that's high stick.
Yep, that would have been a high stick easily. There's Kalkovecki again with a shot on net. Goes wide. Back behind the net. Livingston back there
Penalty coming up.
with number 6, McAllister Stambo.
Oh,
It's going to be against Farmington Valley. High stick.
Really?
It's
All
going
right.
to be on McAllister Stambaugh.
McAllister Stambaugh. 4 minutes and 33 seconds to go. And here's a chance for our Trojans. So we got to get some pucks on net. It's been near impossible to get one by Danny Pauling as he stood on his head throughout this entire game. We got Perlman, McCormick, and Livingston out there with Elijah Livingston on with Jonathan Wang. They're telling, referee's telling that number 7 has to stay on the ice and he can't be changed out by number 16. It's too late. McCormick's stick breaks during the face-off. So now he's got to get on it. And off the ice for him is Quinn Hegney. Trojans look like they're skating in quicksand. Nothing looks quick about this power play right now. No sense of urgency.
yeah, they better pick up the pace here.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Clock
like,
is ticking. It's not their friend right now.
right, fellas. You realize you're down 1-0.
You got 4 minutes left.
All right. There's a big hit there by Farmington. Clearly, the momentum after that goal is on the Generals' side. Livingston back down in the corner now to Perlman. Perlman out at the point. Here's a shot on net.
Oh,
Nice shot. Oh, again, open net. Livingston
Get a shot,
there.
get a shot, get a shot, get a shot.
And there's Jonathan. It's getting tipped around in the front. Jonathan gets the puck back to his
Settle
D
it.
partner. Here's a nice
Yes!
tip on net.
Oh!
It looked like it went in.
It hit the post.
It hit the post. It hit the red line. It looked like it went in. Holy cow.
Wow.
That was incredible. We have 44 seconds left on this power play, and they got to turn up the heat a little bit. Here comes our Trojans.
We had a good vantage point right from
We
from
sure
up
did.
here.
We sure did. That was an incredible, lucky save. There's nothing, Pauling was in the right place, Danny at the right time, but that was not him. That was just luck. It didn't bounce.
Goaltender was best friend came to visit.
Yeah,
post.
that's right.
The post. A goaltender's best friend, CC.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, here comes our Trojans. They got 12 seconds to kind of get ahead of steam here and tee one up. That's a great move by Hegney as he's dancing in all by himself. Gets the puck back. He's looking for his D.
Get out of the way.
Gets into the skates of the referee. Here we go. Quick shot on net. Oh, my God.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
Mouse.
Jack Beckinsale with the turnaround that just didn't go. All right, there's a big hit by the Farmington. I believe that was number 5, Tyler Stoneman. And here comes the Generals. We got 2 minutes left in the game. and it's going to be a free-for-all here. Great play by
Oh.
Simsbury. Reed Bulger breaking that up. Fantastic job by Reed. That's offside, but the Generals clear the blue line, and here comes Reed.
Simsbury's
Trying to
going to
get.
have.
Oh man, just couldn't get it by that one guy.
They're going to have to be thinking about pulling the goalie pretty
Yeah,
soon.
pretty
here.
soon.
Yeah.
Probably
at 1 minute.
Maybe a little bit above a minute.
We'll see.
Right.
We'll see what Coach Balsowitz does.
All right, here's a great opportunity. We got a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-1. Oh, it's just
Almost.
right off the skates. And that almost might be one of those where you want to fire it from the corner.
I don't think you ever got a shot off.
No.
No, he
I don't
didn't.
think he did. Trojans trying to do everything they can to keep it in.
Oh, no.
And no icing.
No ice.
Right.
Loveland played the puck.
Loveland played. Griffin Marquis. There's a quick
Skate
pass
in.
down to Simsbury.
Take it.
There's McCormick. McCormick looking back behind to Perlman. Perlman trying to get him out in front.
There it is, right
There's
there.
Livingston.
Oh!
Oh, great save by Danny
Wow.
Pauling.
He looked
That
behind
kid,
him.
Yeah, that kid has had unbelievable. He's been MVP from period one. That was a fantastic save. Did you see Livingston look up? And he was eyeing the right corner of that net. Unbelievable save again.
The goalie looked behind him to check to see if it went in the net.
We got a timeout called by
I've got to stop.
Simsbury.
I've got to stop saying unbelievable because it's not unbelievable. It's very believable. I got to use a different adjective because this goalie's been incredible. It's extremely believable the way he's played. I mean, he is on the top of his game today. That was incredible save. Incredible save.
This has been a fun battle to watch. Both teams have had so many excellent scoring opportunities.
Well, we need one more for the Trojans.
Yeah, 55 seconds left as Nick Sinacori shows our audience, and we got a timeout called by Keith Balsowitz and the Trojans. Coach Balsowitz and Coach Dan Lee drawing something up. And same thing for Mike Barone and Scott Percival for Farmington Valley.
Well, there's no surprise here. You know, you get the fellas in. You got to get some pucks on the net. You know, Chris said it from the beginning of the game, right? It's you get some pucks on the net, and you hope that at some point one bounces our way because that's clearly what it's going to take. We need to have one bounce our way, and here they come back out.
Well, you certainly weren't expecting you're going to get shot out. That's for sure.
No, not at
Right?
all. When you're
I mean, not after
averaging
you just
4
came off-
goals a game,
And you just came off a 9-goal scoring
right?
output. So,
Yeah.
you know, they
So
pulled
we
the goalie. They're ready to roll here. 6-on-5.
6 on
Tyler
5.
Stolman, Griffin Marquis, won by the Trojans. Back to Jonathan, in for Livingston. Livingston just trying to get it out in front.
Now they're gonna have to
just
come back.
couldn't keep it in.
Regroup time.
And here comes the Trojans. They got 35 seconds left to go in the game.
They got one more
One more rush on them.
attack
Here's
here.
Livingston. Over back.
No.
Nice stop there. A little bit of a hand pass.
No.
Getting into
kids. All right.
Oh, nice save.
Get one on net.
Get a shot on that.
Oh.
Oh, what another great save by Danny Pauling. I mean, he was going down, and that puck was going over his left shoulder, and he made a tremendous save.
22 seconds left.
All right.
22 seconds. That's a good number. 22 seconds. I got a lot of confidence here. The Trojans are
Got to
gonna
win
put
this
one in.
face-off here.
Marquis again.
This is
Hagney
good
wins
right
it.
here.
Here it is. Back over to Livingston.
Oh.
Great save again
Blasted.
by Danny Pauling.
Nice shot by
There's
Elijah
Perlman.
Livingston.
Oh, that's a tough pass.
Get
Right
it.
in.
Get it.
Right in. And
The Tommy!
A goal by Perlman with 8 seconds to go in the game, and it was ping-ponged around, and he had the opportunity to capitalize and did not miss it. Absolutely great job by that Trojan squad right there.
Never say die right there.
Keith Balsowitz with the timeout, pulls the goalie, and Trojans tie the game with 8 seconds to go.
All right. Well, momentum.
Wow.
I think we're going to play a little OT maybe.
I've got to catch my breath, as that was just amazing right here down at this end, and a whole game coming, right, CC? I mean, we've been waiting for this all game, Jakester.
Yeah.
All game we've been waiting for this.
They worked hard for that one.
All right, 8 seconds to go. Face-off won again by Simsbury, but taken right back by Matt Rapini. Rapini over to number 22, Brendan Ochino. And regulation ends at 1. So we got a tie game at 1, which is a typical. That's one that I believe the Generals are going to be upset they let slip through their hands. But it wasn't, I mean, it took Perlman to settle the puck down on the front part of his stick. It actually, he's a right-handed player, right? And that was on the left-hand side. So he settled it, turned his body back, and shot the only place he could.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just a great shot.
Yeah, they kept working. I think that's it. That's the key.
Yes.
They had, they just kept working the puck. So, I mean, it's a fantastic job by the Trojans right there.
So now we play an 8-minute overtime, Jake.
That's correct.
So do each of these teams get a point? Do they play it like that, or what's the deal when you have a?
Well, I know in the pros and in college you get a point. I'm not sure.
I don't
what
think
the,
you
what,
can, yeah.
what the format
but
is.
we can end in a tie, right?
Yes.
If 8 minutes are up and no one scores, it's over.
That's correct.
There's
Yep.
no shootout.
There's no shootout.
Okay. All right. So unbelievable. Just there I go again.
This has been a fun afternoon.
It's been a really fun afternoon, and it'd be an even better afternoon if the Trojans skate away with a victory.
I think it's going to be 5-on-5. I don't think it's 4. Yeah, it's going to be 5-on-5, so they don't go down to 4-on-4.
So each of these, we got 15-minute periods, right? You got to figure 45 minutes. I want to say the Trojans dominated 38 of those 45 minutes. It was probably a 7 or 8 minute lapse if you total all 3 periods. But a little kick in their step here. We've got the top line out. Defense are Marquis and Bulger.
Both goals.
Livingston, McCormick, and Perlman.
Both goals came inside 7 minutes remaining in the third.
That's a good point. Marquis has the puck dance off his stick a little bit there. And here comes a dangerous pass by Reed Bulger. But the Trojans are able to get the puck away. Here comes Livingston down the right-hand side. Pass over to Perlman. Perlman back to Livingston. Oh, boy, that was a nice give and go.
Maybe one pass too many.
Yeah. I was just going to say that. It did look that way. And here comes Marquis. Marquis and Bulger playing pass back and forth in their own zone there just to try to get something up. The Generals' defenseman was not able to corral the puck. Backhand, Bulger goes behind his net. Loveland pointing out, saying, hey, we got somebody up on the left-hand side. There's Bulger. As the Generals are, trying to get it up to McCormick. And both teams right now are having a tough time in each of their offensive zones. Here comes Quinn. Quinn gets the puck up to Anastasio. It was tipped, so there'll be no icing. Calcavecchia just looking to line it, drew up. And he ends up with the puck. And here break the Generals. Again, coming back across. Rapini, nice save there by Livingston. Drew takes the puck away. And it's getting caught in the center zone. Here comes Simsbury. There's Elijah Livingston. Luke Melanson down behind the net. Back over to Luke, back out front. He's looking for Livingston, and it was tipped out front. So we got 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go in overtime. So what a great game to broadcast our first chance back in the booth.
So far, lots of excitement. I mean, both teams are playing well.
Nice face-off win here, back to the point. Get another puck on net. Have it bounce around a little bit. Won by Simsbury, but taken by the Generals. Nice play there by Livingston.
Play smart now.
And, yeah, this is not going to be a penalty, I don't think. I think it's offsides. Number 18, Scott Grolow, who's a big boy, got a little bit tangled up with Livingston. And they're calling the face-off in the Trojan zone.
I think the puck was played with a high stick.
I
think.
gotcha. Yep. I think you're right. So face-off won by Simsbury, but kept in by the Generals. Here comes Jonathan. Jonathan trying to get it over to McCormick. He does so. And here comes Ryan. Ryan skates up through center ice, makes a nice move. Gets around the back of the net behind the defenseman. And loses a puck out front. Here come the Generals.
3-on-2 if the Generals.
Hurry up here.
Yep.
There's a shot on
Nice save by Loveland.
Loveland. They're trying to, I guess the scouting report on Justin Loveland is to go 5-hole. Because every time they have a breakaway or open shot, they're trying to get the puck between the pads.
Yeah, Loveland squared up his body really nicely on that shot.
Tough face-off here. Won by Simsbury.
Good win by
Here comes Anastasio.
Hagney.
Here comes Drew. Drew trying to get the puck in deep. It's ridden off by a General. There's Reed Bolger. Bolger into, Drew Anastasio just had it taken off his stick. Tries to make the pass in center for Luke Melanson. Melanson takes the puck off the General, but he's able to get it back. That's Rapini. Here comes Rapini. Down the left-hand side. Says head up, takes a shot off the back of the plexiglass. Connor Wilhelm dangerously dances that out in front.
Yep.
Yeah.
And here comes Simsbury.
Simsbury's got to skate here now.
Here's Quinn. Quinn Hagney gets it poke-checked, but thank God Reed Bolger's right there. Reed backhands it into the General zone. Taken back there by Jack Calcavecchia. Calcavecchia and Luke Watson do a little pass back and forth, and here comes Luke. Broken up by McCormick. McCormick shoves the puck back into the defensive zone for the Generals. Oh, big hit. That's got to be Calcavecchia, and it certainly is. So Livingston took a big hit by Calcavecchia. Here's assistant captain Ryan McCormick, goes right around the D.
Oh, this guy's got no stick.
Oh, my God, he takes him down.
How is that no penalty right there?
Takes him down without a stick. Unbelievable there. Yeah. I can't believe there's no penalty called there. That's like a free-for-all. Holy cow.
Well, you know they're going to let him play, but wow.
Yeah.
That was
That's something else, huh?
Yeah. Especially, considering that they had called the other holding penalty earlier in the game.
Yeah.
And it was the one where the Generals actually scored after that. So,
I guess they're
you
trying
hate to have it. Yeah, you hate to have a penalty have it be a deciding factor. But boy, that was pretty close to. That's as close as you can come to having a penalty without having a penalty.
Yeah, true. I think they know they got away with one. There seems to be a mass timeout here, I think, Jake.
Yep.
So really the only good scoring opportunity was by the Generals.
Simsbury so far look a little bit tired, right? They look like they lost a little bit of a spring in their step. So hopefully they regroup here and they can put something together. You don't want them to get to the point where they do something that's, a little bit lazy, make a bad pass, don't follow their shots, and have something really bad happen this late in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
3:50 to go in this
3:50 to go.
overtime frame.
That's it. And here come the Generals trying to break it out. Marquis there dumps it back in. We got Luke Melanson, Quinn Hagney, and Drew Anastasio out there. Line number 2.
Icing.
Icing is called as the referee comes back behind Loveland to retrieve the puck. 3:32 left in overtime. The boys don't seem to be too gassed.
No, not yet. They just it's going to take one of these Furies in front of the net, though, I think, to put one in.
Yeah, and it's going to be one of those bing bang, bouncing around type of deals. Great play by Elijah Livingston to keep the puck in front. And then here goes Drew. Anastasio back behind in the corner near the Zamboni door. Gets taken down again by Generals defense. Generals are taking them in. I guess they understand they're letting them play, right? So they're not afraid to take the body. And here comes the Generals now back into the corner.
Stay home now.
McAllister Standbow.
That's where you want to be. Staying home right there. Watch out in
Nice
front.
Move.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Come on,
just
boys.
There we go. Livingston. Rapini just kicked it. Livingston
Nice
couldn't
back
get
check.
around him. Yeah. Here comes Hagney. Hagney loses a puck to the corner. Another big hit by the Generals, and out they come. Nice play there by Elijah Livingston. Oh, and taken right back by one of the Generals' defense. I think that's Drew Abbott. Here comes Standbow. Off of Reed Bolger's skate. Nice play there by Reed, trying to get the puck away. Livingston comes in to help out. It's a lot of stick play. Everybody's hitting hard. Look at that. They're just letting
go to the
go.
net now. Go to the net.
Here we go. Oh, Livingston with a great opportunity. Just unable to put the puck into the net. There's Reed Bolger. Here comes McCormick. At this point, fellas, you gotta talk with scoring.
Right here.
There's one out with Livingston. Great save again by Danny Pauling. He couldn't get, even though the puck was there on his stick, I think he wanted to get a little bit more muster on it.
I think they have to go low.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that are going to go in at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
I know everybody wants the
Great
beautiful
point. Yep.
Wants
Yep.
the bar down,
Right.
one of those.
top shelf. You need to just slide one past.
Yeah.
I mean, something that's on the ice.
All right, here's Livingston now. The face-off looks like Matt Rapini and Livingston.
Timeout.
Timeout called by
Simsbury.
Farmington or Simsbury?
I think I thought I saw pointed to Simsbury, I think.
Okay. Well, interesting. So far in overtime, I think both teams have had their opportunities. It's just an incredible hockey game. I think, clearly Farmington's come out in the overtime and said, we're going to take the body. We're going to hit hard. We're going to see what this Trojan team's made of, and the Trojans are just trying to get pucks on the net, win the game.
You could see this being the kind of game where there's a puck that gets deflected off a defenseman.
Yes.
Right. I mean,
like the tying goal.
Right.
I mean,
And
that
even-
ping-ponged around.
Yeah. I mean, and even if I'm Simsbury right now, I'm charging the net and I'm having somebody just launch one into my guys.
Yeah.
And if it hits my guy and goes in, so much the better. And if it
Right.
drops down in front, then someone's going to have to just chip it in.
It's going to have to be something that's over the top, like so blatant that they have to call it for anybody to get called a penalty.
Yeah, I don't
right?
think that. Yeah, they really don't want to have to. They don't want to have to call a penalty at this point in the game. I mean, like you said, if it's blatant, it's blatant. But
there's been a couple of times where you think to yourself, "You're going to swallow your whistle now?"
yeah.
But
Listen,
I
you
don't
don't
know.
you don't have to. I mean, here's the thing: if you can get the puck back to the point,
Yeah.
you don't have to send a rocket in there. You just have to get something on net.
Correct.
And
Yeah,
have everybody
correct.
just charge the net, and
Yep.
get in the crease.
All right, here's Livingston again with the Farmington. I think it was Rapini. Won by Farmington. They take the puck back down. Reed Bolger, nice block in his skates. This puck is dancing around at Calcavecchia. Bolger trying to give his goalie some space there so they can see the shot on net. And then here comes McAllister Standbow. Puck squirts free. Oh, my God,
In front.
right off of Loveland's.
Whoa, watch
that
out!
went right off of Loveland's chest as he didn't see it.
Yeah, he didn't know where it was at that
He
point.
tried to. Oh,
Watch
nice
this now.
pass.
Skate now. Skate.
Oh, and McCormick brings it back across the ice instead of going straight down. I think he had a better shot if he went straight down the left side. Easy for us to say. We got a vantage point that not all the players get. And once again, Farmington dumps the puck they were trying to clear, and it hit the roof. It hit one of the stanchions and dropped right down, so we have another whistle.
We need to win a face-off. That's the key at this point.
Yes.
Right here.
Connor Wilhelm and Livingston on net. Here's Quinn Hagney with 1 minute and 1 second left to go in overtime. It was won by Simsbury, and it's kept in the offensive zone in front. A quick shot there. I think that was by Drew Anastasio. As they fight for it in the corner down by the Zamboni door. It's Luke Melanson, Drew Anastasio, the referee yelling, play the puck, play the puck. Quinn takes the puck, takes a shot. There's a little chaos in front. And they score!
There it is, right there!
It is by Drew Anastasio with 32 seconds to go in the game. Unbelievable. Great win by the Simsbury Trojans. Drew Anastasio with a puck that goes over the left shoulder of Danny Pauling, who just had a miraculous game. My hat's off to Danny Pauling. That's a tough loss for the Farmington Generals, but a huge win by our SHS Trojans. Fantastic. Final score here at ISCC is the Simsbury Trojans 2, the Farmington Generals 1.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.